Cody Cox here. He's cornering Ethan McQueen. The big dog, Ethan McQueen.
Yeah, we're back to the heavyweights.
So it's at 195-pound catch weight. It was supposed to be 185, but due to a couple injuries actually on both sides, both fighters agreed to 195 pounds. And we just saw TJ Johnson fight on Coleman Kickboxing Entertainment a month ago.
Yeah, we did. You know, great of these guys to be able to agree so that the fight is able to stay on and give these people a great show. You know, we've seen both of these guys before. Ethan McQueen's getting ready to come out here, has 10 fights under his belt, sitting at 3-7. TJ Johnson, 2-4, 6 fights under his belt. I think so far these two are the most experienced of the night.
Ethan McQueen taking his time to come out here. I mean, former Griggs Entertainment middleweight champion back in the day, so there he is. Ethan McQueen being stoic.
Taking it all in.
A long career. He started his career back in 2011. It's been a long time in this game. Is Ethan McQueen, former Griggs Entertainment middleweight champion. He's got a record of 3-7, but this guy comes to fight.
He certainly does. Yeah, looking like he's slightly emotional here coming out in this walkout. So he seems to be up there taking it all in. Now he's ready to go. We saw him last against Charlie Godfrey in a big battle here at at Griggs Entertainment. You know, Ethan says it best. I got 2 minutes of cardio and I'm going to give you everything I got. Big punching power to knock anybody out, and is willing to take any shot on the chin and keep coming forward. Yeah, I mean, he knows what he's good at. He knows he's got about 2 to 3 minutes of cardio. He knows he can give his all during that time. So with Ethan McQueen, it's always fireworks. It's always either he's knocking you out or you're knocking him out, and that's what we're getting ready to see here between Ethan McQueen and TJ Johnson. As Cody Cox passes us our broadcasting partner in the corner of Ethan McQueen. Caleb, I was saying a moment ago, I think these two by far have the most experience out of anyone we've seen tonight. We've seen a lot of debuts, a lot of 1-1s, a lot of 1-0s. Both of these guys are coming in with 16 fights together underneath their belt. 100%. And Ethan being a former champion, just an all-around MMA fighter, and then you got TJ who's dabbled in both MMA and kickboxing. Like, if you want two guys that are going to stand in the center and trade hands, this is going to be the fight. Yeah, you want. I will be surprised if we see any ground game in this one. Not a chance. The only ground game is we're going to see if one of these guys fall and somebody lands on top of them. Ethan McQueen making the slow walk into the cage. Caleb, let me ask you real quick. Here with Ethan McQueen, it says part of the old guard, one of the original GE fighters. When was the original GE card? I think back when kind of you and me were competing. I was wondering if I was on the original GE card. So, gonna have to start referring to each other as Unk or something now, I guess. And out of Manacle Fighting Systems, 50K, TJ Johnson. Now, TJ Johnson is another guy that's lost a decent amount of weight through MMA here also. So he's the oldest fighter on the card tonight at 41 years old, and he just started training 3 years ago. Like I just mentioned, he's another guy that's used MMA and kickboxing and jiu-jitsu to be able to get his, lose some weight, get in great shape, and also take a few fights. Great shape. He started his career fighting at 250 pounds. I mean, you look at TJ now, he's lean, mean, got his life in order, ready to throw some hands. But yeah, he's got wins. He's fought, Tanner Thompson. He's fought a ton of these guys. Well, then I just got to say, if TJ Johnson could go from 250 to 195, only start training at 38 years old, and me, who's walking around right now at 235, he gives me hope that I can get back. So. TJ, no stranger to the cage. This is going to be a banger. to your phone.
The big iron versus 50K. Someone's getting knocked out, guaranteed. Scott Huff is our third man in the building.
Unstoppable force versus the immovable object.
Here we go. Look for this one to end early.
Big inside leg kick here to start off from Ethan McQueen. Drives TJ Johnson into the corner. Two huge overhand rights.
TJ's still there, gets the takedown. We talk about TJ having that iron chin. That puts out 90%.
I thought he was out, and then it seemed like he hit the canvas and popped right back up. So
Ethan stuck in the corner, TJ trying to posture up. Looking for a big triangle opportunity, armbar.
It's past the elbow. Oh, he let go of it now.
TJ's gonna step back for an ankle lock, but he doesn't have the angle yet.
Fingers in the cage here.
Up kicks from Ethan. TJ would be better passing this across.
Huge up kicks from Ethan McQueen. His heel is digging into his forehead.
If I'm TJ, I just pass that foot across. Don't worry about it. The up kicks are dangerous. Right in front of us.
I'm not sure.
He steps back for an ankle lock.
He's got the ankle. They're both fighting for position here.
Ankles locks. Whoever passes the foot over the top is going to win. The angle isn't there for either fighter. They're flat backed. TJ stepping on his hip.
TJ going for mostly a calf slicer here.
Ethan, turn away from it.
Ethan needs to slide up. He needs to stick his forearm straight up in the air.
They are both putting everything they have.
Neither one is there. If you want to get out of this, you push the knee down and sit over the top. All Ethan has to do is sit up. He's getting tired by straining.
Ethan McQueen's out. TJ's got it.
TJ Johnson with this straight ankle lock, listening to the corner advice here at the commentary table.
TJ Johnson getting a little bit of help there from his corner. Sits up slightly, able to get enough torque on that.
Welcome back to the win column, TJ Johnson.
Yeah, what an amazing recovery from TJ Johnson there after getting dropped early. I'm going to go talk to him about it.
Dude, you should. The TJ Johnson, iron chin, putting on with big iron. They got into a 50-50 leg lock battle, battling for straight ankle locks, and TJ Johnson was able to cut the angle first and get it. That Ethan McQueen was inches away. All he had to do was rotate. If we ever see it on the replay, all he had to do was rotate his forearm up. The angle was there to sit back with the straight ankle lock, but TJ Johnson did a good job of sitting on his right hip and turning the ankle lock down and away. You always think about it like a crescent moon. If I pull straight back, there's flexion on the knee. If I sit down on the corner of my hip and drive it down and through, now there's no more flexion. It locks my knee in place, it locks the straight ankle lock in place, and I take it like a crescent roll. We're gonna go up in the cage. Make this one official from Kevin Bracken. Heel hook, but it was actually a straight ankle lock. There was no grabbing of the heel, but still to the old guard of the Griggs Entertainment fighting system. You know, TJ Johnson coming back on the winning side of things. Ethan McQueen was in that fight the entire time. It's just, you get into those leg lock battles, it's kind of whoever gets there first ends up winning. We'll go up here shortly to Tyler King as he's got the microphone to talk to 50K. TJ Johnson, if this was the UFC, could have the opportunity for submission of the night. Here we go, let's go up there to Tyler King.
You guys were out there early, able to recover. Looks like you guys were kind of fighting there in like a 50-50 position for whoever was going to get to tap first. What were you thinking in that moment?
Well, I felt I got a hold of his leg, and that's my bread and butter right there. I felt his leg. I was like, I'm not letting go of that fucking leg. I'll get it.
Yes, sir. Well, you did a great job. Anyone you want to see next?
Just whatever, man. I'm just lucky to be here, and whoever they want will let me do it.
All right. TJ Johnson, ladies and gentlemen.